Hello, we are watching the news broadcast daily, and following are today's headlines.
Prime Minister Win Tanzung highlights culture as key pillar in ties with Japan. Vietnam calls for US investment in infrastructure development. Quang Ninh Province and Haiphong City reinforce management of bays.
Prime Minister Win Tanzung has said Vietnam will make every effort to strengthen cooperative ties with Japan, especially in control, as it is an important pillar that supports sustainable cooperation between the two countries.
The Prime Minister made the remark at a meeting in Hanoi on June 18th with Masayuki Yamauchi, Chairman of the Advisory Committee on Culture to the Japanese Prime Minister. He said, Vietnam considers culture a spiritual foundation of society in its development strategy. He noted that similarities Vietnam and Japan share could serve as a basis to further enrich cultural resources for the respective side. Prime Minister Dung encouraged Masayuki Yamauchi to further promote his role to foster exchanges and cooperation between the two sides' cultural agencies. He urged the Japanese chairman to assist Vietnam in training experts to help the countries preserve tangible and intangible cultural heritage sites. Masayuki Yamauchi, who is also an honorary professor at Tokyo University, said recent cultural exchanges between the two countries, including the popularization of Japanese, will help elevate mutual understanding. He said the exchanges act as a catalyst for stronger cooperation in other areas, such as economics, trade, investment, science and technology. The guest confirms that he will do his utmost to broaden cultural cooperation between Vietnam and Japan via a series of two-way activities.
Vietnam and Japan have signed a diplomatic note on a Japanese-funded project on human resources development in the 2013-2014 fiscal year and subsequent periods. The signatories were Minister of Education and Training Phạm Vũ Luận and Japanese Ambassador Yasuki Tanizaki.
The Human Resource Development Project started in 2000. Under the project, 364 Vietnamese students have been sent to Japan. Next month, another 30 students will go to Japan for the 2013 to 2014 school year. Minister Phạm Vũ Luận said he hopes that the project will continue to be extended in the following years and the two countries will further cooperate in other ventures in the future. Ambassador Yasuaki Tanizaki said this is one of Japan's important projects, which aims to produce high-quality human resources for Vietnam in infrastructure improvement and administrative management. Also on the occasion, the Ministry's Department of International Cooperation and the Japan International Cooperation Agency signed an agreement on a 300 million JPY aid package for Vietnam.
Ho Chi Minh City authorities have voiced hope to promote relations between the city and localities of Sri Lanka, especially in development cooperation in areas of both sides' strengths.
Chairwoman of the Municipal People's Council, Nguyễn Thị Quyết Tâm, expressed her desire at a meeting with Speaker of the Sri Lanka Parliament, Chairman Rajapaksa, in Ho Chi Minh City on July 18th. Tâm said the two countries have enjoyed a sound traditional friendship. Exchanges of high-ranking officials over the past years have helped further strengthen bilateral ties in various fields, she noted. Speaker Chairman Rajapaksa said his visit aims to boost traditional ties with Vietnam while promoting their multifaceted cooperation in the future. He added, despite geographical distance, Sri Lanka has paid much attention to bolstering its ties with Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City in particular. During his stays in the city, the speaker visited a number of historical sites, such as the War Remnant Museum and the Cu Chi Underground Tunnel.
An investment forum has been held in the United States to attract investment in construction projects and infrastructure development in Vietnam.
The Ministry of Planning and Investment told the forum that healthcare and environmental projects were prioritized in Vietnam's public-private partnership infrastructure development portfolios. Minister of Planning and Investment, Bui Quang Vinh, said Vietnam has established a government steering committee on public-private partnership to boost the efficiency of the model. US investors believed that Vietnam is heading in the right direction with public-private partnership, and they appreciated the commitment and actions the Vietnamese government has taken to implement this model. Richard Sheedhouse from the Maryland-based Internists company said Vietnam's move to establish a risk prevention fund worth $1 billion reserved for the public-private partnership will help international and private investors feel secure about their infrastructure investments. He said he expected the National Assembly to soon pass a revised investments law, which would improve the quality of future investments.
The management board of Hạ Long Bay in the northern province of Quảng Ninh and Cát Hải district in the northern city of Hải Phòng have signed a cooperation agreement on the management of the base under their control.
Under the agreement, the two localities will work together to ensure proper enforcement of laws and local regulations on production and services activities in the base. The two sides will promote tourist attractions in Hạ Long Bay and Cát Bà archipelago. They will also enhance the protection of natural resources and ecological systems in the areas. Hạ Long Bay, a World Heritage Site recognized by UNESCO, is a popular travel destination. Hạ Long Bay includes nearly 2,000 islets, most of which are 500-million-year-old limestone outcrops. The bay is famous for its tropical evergreens ecosystem and oceanic and seashore biodiversity. Cát Bà archipelago includes 366 islands and makes up the southeastern edge of Hạ Long Bay. It has a wide variety of natural ecosystems, both marine and terrestrial. Since 1997, Cát Bà town has grown rapidly and has become a hub for tourists visiting both the archipelago and Hạ Long Bay.
With enthusiasm and love, a man in his 80s has devoted himself to preserving the rich traditional character of Hurray people in the central province of Quảng Ngãi. He's one of a few local people who can manufacture and play Hurray musical instruments.
Despite old age and poor health, craftsman Ding Van Uyck can still make 4 types of musical instruments played by the Hurray people for years. Some examples can be found at Bat Dare Museum in the district of the same name. The musical instruments have existed for a long time. I hope young generations will be able to utilize them proficiently. In the context where the provincial economy has developed and living standards have improved, not many youngsters show an interest in the traditional musical instruments. Familiar melodies of Hurray people like the sound of gongs are going to disappear. I'm proud to be a member of the Hurray group, and I hope the state will open training courses for young generations of Hurray people to learn about their traditional musical instruments. With his devotion, Uyck has contributed to preserving the traditional and special features of the spiritual life of Hurray people.
That comes to the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.